so welcome back to my channel. So this is a very momentous occasion, as you might be able to tell, because it's the first official sit-down video that I'm filming in our new flat. I don't know if the echo is too bad, I really hope it's not. I'm sorry, we don't really have anything on the walls as of yet, and I don't have a microphone. I should probably get one, but I'm literally broke right now. Like, moving is so expensive. Anyway, as you can see, I'm all dressed in fall colors. Yes, I know my lip doesn't match my sweater, but I put on the lipstick first, and then I found my boyfriend's sweater in the closet, and I was like, I need to borrow this. So now it doesn't match, but who cares? Today I'm going to be filming a video I've been meaning to do for a really long time. It's the 5-star prediction. So basically I'm just going to be picking some books that I'm pretty sure are going to be 5-star reads. Now obviously you go into most books thinking that they're going to be good, but like actually picking books that I'm sure or pretty sure are going to be 5-star reads turned out to be much harder than I thought it was going to be. The reason I didn't film this video any sooner is because I thought that the concept of the video included you having to read them and also then instantly review them. And I have like 10 books, so I don't know when I'm gonna get to them. And then I saw Books and Lala's video where she just basically presented the books that she thought were gonna be predictions, and then like a year later she did a reaction to that video having read those books and kind of compared her actual rating. So I think that concept is much more like suited to what I want to do, so I'm gonna basically do the same. And without further ado, because I've been rambling as I've been known to do, let's get into the video. The first book I am pretty sure is going to be a 5-star read is Kindred by Octavia E. Butler. This is already a pretty famous book. I've had it for at least a year and I've been meaning to read it, but just somehow I haven't. Who knows? We've all got that problem, right? I have so many books I've been meaning to read, but I haven't. So in a sense, making this video is hopefully also gonna make me read them sooner. So that's always good. This book is about a black woman that has a white slave-owning ancestor, I think, and she has to go back in time and keep kind of saving his life just so that she can live. I think that's the summary. That's like the one that I've heard the most. It sounds really fascinating and really, really interesting, and Octavia Butler is like one of the first, I think, sci-fi authors, especially female sci-fi authors, so I'm really, really excited to get to this. It's not too long, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna love it. Next we have Homegoing by Yak Yasi. I hope that's how you pronounce it. So this is about two sisters, and they might be from Ghana, I'm not entirely sure, but one of them is sold into slavery and the other becomes a slave trader's wife, and I think somehow they both end up in America and end up leading completely different lives, obviously, and it sounds really interesting and probably really hard to read. Like, it sounds like a really difficult life story, or like two life stories, but I've heard like exclusively good things about it and I'm sure I'm gonna love it. Also, this cover is stunning, so I mean, whew, doesn't get much better than this. Next we have a fantasy, and I haven't been reading much fantasy recently. I've just not really been in the mood for it, especially since they're all really long typically. But this next one I'm 100% sure at this point, like, I'm gonna love it. And that is Ship of Magic by Robin Hobb. This is the first book in the Life Ship Trader cycle trilogy, basically, in the whole like what's this world called? Who even knows? This is the second trilogy in this series. I've loved the first trilogy and I'm sure I'm gonna love the second. I've heard so many good things about it. It's just like I need to devote a lot of time obviously to it, especially since the other two books in this trilogy are just as big, at least just as big, and yeah, I know I'm gonna love it, so I don't have to like worry at that point, but like I do want to get to this soon because I know I'm gonna love it. Then we have another fantasy, and this is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. This book came out this year, and so far I've only heard like fantastic reviews of it. It's set in Japan, I believe, or like a Japan-China inspired like fantasy world, and it's about a girl that gets sent to the army, I think. I've heard it's pretty graphic and really fascinating and really just well done, and I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of world building, which is literally my favorite thing in fantasies. Like, if you don't have world building, just get out, right? You're in the wrong place. Don't write fantasy if you can't do world building. It just doesn't work. Anyway, I'm sure I'm gonna love it, but it's huge. And this is a series, I think, so after I finish this, chances are I'm gonna have to wait a really long time to continue, and we all know that that's not ideal. So I'm gonna try and like postpone this as long as possible in a sense, but also not, because I really want to read it, so it's kind of a dilemma here. The last kind of fantasy mythological type of book that I really think I'm gonna love is Circe by Madeline Miller. This is also a 2018 release. I own it at my parents' house, but I haven't read it yet. Madeline Miller is also the author of The Song of Achilles, another wonderful book that I read this year. Well, The Song of Achilles is obviously an Achilles retelling, Circe is a Circe retelling, duh, and I'm sure it's gonna be fantastic. Like, I'm so excited to read it. I just, again, I don't know why I haven't read any of these yet. I've just not felt in the mood for that kind of book, even though I'm sure that I will really enjoy it, so sooner or later it's always gonna happen. Then into a more contemporary and completely different direction, the next book I think I'm gonna love is Gott ist nicht schüchtern by Olga Krasnova. I think it's like a Russian name, I can't pronounce it. Like, literally translated, the book means God isn't shy, and I think it's about two young, like, privileged Syrian, like, university students, I think, and they believe in like the revolution, whatever, but then the war breaks out and have to flee Syria. It sounds really like tear-jerking. Like, I'm sure I'm gonna cry a lot in this book. I'm sure it's gonna be fantastic. My friend recommended this to me and said it was like just a magnificent book. So I've been meaning to read it, but it's in German, so I've been putting it off. But I'm hoping again that by putting it in this video, it's gonna make me reach for it a lot sooner than if I didn't. I don't know what's with me and like thinking I'm gonna love a lot of really big books, but the next one is another chunker, and this is The Goldfinch by This is The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. I've heard really great things about it. I think it's like a sort of mystery, but also literary fiction. Who knows? I don't know. I actually don't want to know more than that. But it's the winner of the Pulitzer Prize, so I guess it has to be good. Like, isn't that sort of the rule? And then finally, I have one non-fiction book that I think is going to be a 5-star read, and that is In Order to Live by Yeonmi Park. This is obviously about this beautiful Korean woman that escaped from North Korea, and she tells like her story, how she lived there and how she escaped and things like that, I'm pretty sure. And obviously this book is very famous, and again, I've been meaning to read it. As with all of these, I should stop saying that because we all know that's the truth. And that is it for all the books. I'm pretty sure, like 99% sure, I'm gonna give 5 stars. I'm gonna read them as soon as possible. I don't want to put like a timeline on this because I really don't want to force myself, especially since all of them, pretty much, not all, but many of them are really long, and I can't really read like really big books one after the other. It makes me really crazy. So I don't know when I'm gonna get to these, but as soon as I've read all 10, I will do a kind of review video, not really a proper in-depth review of them all, but kind of just like a recap, seeing if my predictions were true or if I ended up not really enjoying any of them that much or even hated some. Who knows? Heck, who knows? Anything could happen, really. And that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of these books, if you've read them, and if you think that I am going in the right direction with assigning them like 5-star prediction vibes, who knows. Please don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel, and click the little bell icon if you want to get notified when I upload videos, because I feel like the algorithm has like an issue with me personally on some sort of deeper level. I will see you very soon with another video. In the meantime, head on over here to check out some other videos I recently did. Until then, have a lovely week. Bye!